Hey YouTube, my name is Sean Caspian and I'm here today to chat with you a little bit about a very pressing issue, The Walking Dead episode from last week. Just in case you haven't had a chance to see the episode just yet, this is your last chance. There will be major spoilers with what I'm talking about here today. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, dead live. Okay, so if you watched last week's episode, Glenn, in theory, died. It was horrible. It was an awful death. It was almost kind of not even befitting of such a major character like Glenn. He died being helpful and doing his Glenn thing, if you will, but he kind of went out in a crappy way, and I didn't feel like he got like the top billing that he deserved as a character that's been with us for almost 6 years now. That said, Glenn may in fact not be dead, and the internet is hoping that that might be the case. There are a few prevailing theories on how this could be possible. Probably the most prominent at this point is that Glenn is kind of ninja awesome, and the guts and entrails that we were watching spill out of him actually were Nick's, and Nick fell on top of him, and so Glenn scurries away to a clearly open dumpster just down the way. Another theory is that the whole thing was actually a hallucination by either Nicholas or Glenn. They were just, Nicholas was just freaking out and he was panicking and he was seeing what might happen if he killed himself, and then he makes a better choice and moves on. So while all of that is actually possible in some respect, I actually think there's some real problems if we do in fact bring Glenn back. The Walking Dead is really known for its commitment to just being a horrible, awful, gross world that our characters have to trudge through, and that's one of the kind of the best things about the show, is it really commits to that in a hardline way. So if last week's gory death and loss of Glenn was actually not even true, if that didn't actually happen, it starts to invalidate the universe a little bit and make us not necessarily trust the deaths that we see. Yes, I absolutely want Glenn to be alive. I mean, I honestly, I cried like a baby last week when he died, and I was all totally messed up through the entirety of Monday, and it still kind of even bothers me a week later. I'm seriously anticipating what's going to happen, but you know what? Glenn, I think, is actually, he's one of two things. He's either actually dead, or he is going to be dead. So this is actually my prevailing theory at this point, is that he got some critical wounds when he fell down in the pit of zombies, but he's not completely dead yet. He wasn't torn to bits in that scene, so he might have gotten under the dumpster in the back there, but he's bitten all over and he's not going to survive. He does that though so he can make it back to Maggie, and he can say goodbye to Maggie, and so that's kind of the 50-50 of both worlds, because A, it doesn't invalidate their world where when people die they're actually dead, and B, it gives the fans what they want. We get to see Glenn one more time, we get more of a top billing, kind of a goodbye for, really one of our very favorite characters of the entire series. I mean, I don't know if there's anyone else whose death would be so impactful that it would set the internet literally on fire. So I think that's my middle ground. So and I think that actually stands to reason that they would do that. They're really intelligent writers, and also the guy, I forget his name at this point, but there was that other guy who wanted to get back home to his wife, and he had that note that got trampled in the zombies when he was dying up against the fence, and having that whole horrible thing happen to him. So there was that whole situation, and he actually died, and so he didn't make it back, but I think he was almost a little bit of a metaphor for Glenn, and Glenn will make it back to say goodbye to Maggie, but it's going to be a really awful, horrible scene, and she's going to have to watch him die. And this is actually another little spoiler if you haven't read the comics yet. There's a scene where Maggie and Glenn kind of one of them has to basically watch the other die at some point later in the comics. So this could actually be a harkening back to that whole situation, done a little bit differently, of course, for the show. There's a whole situation where that kind of takes place. And so I think that actually makes a whole lot of sense to tie back to that. So that's my prevailing theory on the whole thing. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think Glenn could possibly be alive and be just fine and okay? Do you think he totally died? Was it all a hallucination? And moreover, would you be a little upset in a weird way if Glenn is in fact alive? Or would you just say, you know what, all is forgiven, he's our favorite character in the world, let's have him live even if it doesn't quite make sense? So let me know in the comments down below, and thank you guys so much for watching. My name is, of course, Sean Caspian. Please remember to like the video, share the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. It means the world to me, and have a great week, and I'm looking forward to seeing tonight's episode of The Walking Dead. I don't even know what I hope happens. I got what I think happens, but I'm not even sure what I hope happens. So it's intense. So anyway, enjoy, and we will see you guys again soon. Thank you.